Good afternoon. This Rashad Mitchell comes to you live from my YouTube channel as I continue on my part series, The Week That Was, College Football History Review, the 1957 college football season. Now today I'm going to be talking about the games that were played on October 25th. There was one, no, excuse me, October 24th, 1957. This was the beginning of Week 6. The games that were played on October 26th, 1957. So this is Week 6 right now, the 1957 season. Week 6. So I'm going to talk about a game that was played on Thursday, October 24th, where Clemson shut out South Carolina, 13-0. Big Thursday game at South Carolina Fairgrounds, pivoted on infrequent but effective passes of Clemson sophomore quarterback Harvey White. Gamecocks used ball control runs of halfback King Dixon, Alex Hawkins to advance to 4 first downs and 66 yards to Tigers' 12-yard line in second quarter. Clemson stiffened and took over on downs at on 14-yard line with sudden fire. Uh, White lit out on 26-yard run off pass fake, flip 28-yard pass to halfback Bill Mathis and found halfback Sonny Quisenberry slanting across Gamecocks secondary for a 15-yard touchdown pass with 138 before halftime. Clemson held ball for 7:42 on third quarter sortie, only to have it die at Carolina 5-yard line. Unattended Tigers in Whitey Jordan got behind defensive backs for a long white pass, but lost fumble out of bounds while nearly running in for touchdown. Fullback Rudy Hayes soon pounded over from 1-yard line for 13-0 edge. Next, the Penn State Nittany Lions beat Syracuse by a score of 20-12. The favorite Syracuse lost its head in opening 2 minutes as Orangemen gave Penn State early touchdown on halfback Dave Kasparian's smash when center Mike Bill's punt snap flew wildly to Orange 1-yard line. Nittany Lions never trailed as quarterback Al Jacks, who would miss second half with shoulder injury, threw 51 yards to touchdown to end Les Walters in early segment of the second quarter. But fullback Ed Coffin caught 15 and 11-yard touchdown passes to bring Syracuse to win 13-12 at halftime. Lions Walters grabbed 28-yard touchdown pass from backup quarterback Richie Lucas to clinch it in third quarter. Syracuse got fourth quarter chance when Penn State pass interference penalty placed it at Lions 15-yard line, but stout defense held on downs for Penn State. Next, the North Carolina State Wolfpack, they was ranked number 11 in the country, played against number 4 Duke. In this matchup, the two top 15 teams ended in a tie 14-14 as NC State finally played home game and found that Cinderella slipper still fit even though it produced its second straight tie. Duke enjoyed 353 yards to 179 yards of offense advantage, scoring on 2 efforts by quarterback Bob Broadhead, short sneak and 47-yard pass to end Bill Thompson. Wolfpack defense stopped shorties at its 15 and 1-yard lines. Halfback Dick Christie made 2 touchdown catches to wipe out 14-0 deficit. Christie's first catch was 52-yard pitch from quarterback Tom Kadich, and it came in the last 38 seconds of first half. NC State center linebacker Jim McKnight Otto made 53-yard interception return to the Devils' 17-yard line to make way for Christie's touchdown grab. A lob pass by halfback Dick Hunter. Dick threatened late on runs of halfback Danny Lee, included an 18-yard zip to 3-yard line, but substitution rules kept halfback George Dutro, Duke's best kicker, on sideline and thwarted plans for last play field goal try. Okay, let's keep moving. Mississippi State defeated Alabama 25-13. Win one for Witt was Crimson Tide's homecoming plea for coach J.B. Ayers Whitworth, whose contract was already announced would not be renewed at year's end. So fired up Alabama. Fullback Jim Lofton bowled up middle and game second scrimmage and kept plowing over Bulldogs until he broke free for a 65-yard touchdown. Soon, Mississippi State quarterback Billy Stacy ran left. When defense came up to stop him, Stacy zipped short pass to end Charlie Weatherly, who pranced away for a 57-yard touchdown and 6-6 tie in the first quarter. So Bulldogs' full field goal try was short, but tied quarterback Clay Walls erred by choosing to return it from end zone to 7-yard line. Mississippi State took over on Bama 42-yard line and on fourth down at the 21-yard line. Halfback Gil Peterson used in John Binge's superb block to race for touchdown. A 12-6 halftime edge. Mississippi State went 85 yards to a 19-6 lead on strength of connections by three different passes. Stacy and halfbacks Bubba Trammell and Peterson. Slippery Alabama halfback Marlon Dice raced for 62-yard touchdown on late pass reception. Next, Georgia Tech beat Tulane by a score of 20-13. Rebounding from 50-0 pacing by Mississippi big underdog Tulane came back from early 7-0 deficit to tie at 7-7, which stood up through halftime. After Georgia Tech had scored in opening 3 minutes on a 16-yard touchdown sweep by halfback Cal James, following in defenseman Jerry Neighbors' full fumble recovery. Engineers turned Butterfinger. They lost first of 5 fumbles to Green Wave quarterback defensive back Gene Newton on Tech's side of midfield late in the first quarter. Tulane used halfback Virgil Jester's weaving 23-yard run to set up tying touchdown buck by fullback Connie Andrews. Yellow Jacket sophomore fullback Lester Somerville provided spark by taking second half kickoff behind great blocking for 91-yard touchdown return for the 13-7 lead. So Georgia Tech trumped punting match with 57-yard march in the fourth quarter. Quarterback Fred Brazelton completed pass to end Jerome Green. Halfback Stan Flowers made gains of 12 yards and 4 yards to 6-yard line. So spot from which fullback Jim Benson scored with 3:08 remaining for 2 touchdown cushion. Pass interference penalty on Jackets contributed to Tulane sub quarterback Richie Pettibone's 4-yard touchdown pass to halfback Will Elzy in dying moments. Next, Iowa, the number 3 team in the country, beat Northwestern in a shutout. Iowa, number 3 team in the country, beat Northwestern in a shutout. 6-0. Iowa's fortunate Hawkeyes prevented scoreless tie, slowly Northwestern on luckiest catch ever made in my life, according to fourth quarter touchdown scorer halfback Kevin Furlong. Iowa quarterback Randy Duncan, who hit only 4 of 9 passing, called his winning touchdown fling the worst pass I've ever thrown all year. The worst pass I've thrown all year. Northwestern had opened on its first series with its only threat, riding halfback Bobby McKeever's 13-yard punt return and 25-yard rush to halfback 25 yards rush to Hawks 15-yard line. But Iowa defensive end Don Norton perfectly detected pitch out and dumped Kiever for a 6-yard loss. Sack of quarterback John Talley pushed Wildcats back to 32-yard line. So Northwestern defensive tackle Andy Sherko dumped Furlong for 9-yard loss on 4th and 2 from Wildcats 9-yard line. Cold mud hampered play in third quarter, and defensive back McKeever made interception, but Northwestern's Talley fumbled it away on next play to Iowa center linebacker Bill Lamper. Circle covered it right back when Hawkeyes fullback Don Horn bobbled ball on next play. Wildcats halfback Wilmer Fowler lost fumble to Iowa defensive tackle Alex Karras at catch 32-yard line 4 minutes into the fourth quarter. And 2 plays later, Duncan threw fateful lob pass to Furlong. Defensive back Fowler seemed to have made an interception, but ball slithered Fowler's onto Furlong, who galloped molested for 31-yard touchdown. So next we got the Ohio State Buckeyes, number 12 team in the country. They defeated Wisconsin by a score of 16-13. As the Badgers halfback Daniel Lewis scored on 7 and 6-yard runs for a 13-0 fourth quarter lead, but in final scene near Buckeyes goal line, Lewis lost fumble, which killed Wisconsin's upset attempt. Trailing 13-0, Ohio State pepped up its ground attack for touchdowns within 2:36 span to draw even at 13-13 before the first quarter ended. Ohio halfback Don Clark used change of pace style to set up his blockers on Reedy of 71-yard run. And fullback Galen Cisco, future big league pitcher, plunged 5 yards after defensive tackle Jim Marshall recovered Badger's fumble on the subsequent kickoff. So it turned out that Clark's long run amounted to more than 30% of Buckeyes' 203 yards rushing as game fell into the bin, but don't break defensive struggle at the first quarter. Wisconsin failed to score after a 73-yard trip to 8-yard line in second quarter, and Buckeyes fumbled by halfback Dick LeBeau, ruined defensive back Joe Canavino's 41-yard interception return to Badger's 7-yard line on the last play of the third quarter. So halfback kicker Don Sutherland had booted winning third quarter chip shot field goal. After Ohio State advanced 69 yards in 11 plays to Wisconsin 4-yard line, Badgers made first and goal at the 5-yard line with 2 minutes to go. But on second down, Lewis busted up middle, only to be hammered into fumble to fullback linebacker Bob White. Next, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, number 17 in the country, beat Pittsburgh 13-7 as Pitt guard Dan Wisniewski blocked Fighting Irish first quarter conversion, so Panthers enjoyed a 7-6 halftime lead. After quarterback Bill Killenden's 1-yard touchdown run capped 56-yard second quarter drive. So when quarterback Bob Williams of Notre Dame was among 3 players ejected from the bitter battle, it provided opportunity for Fighting Irish sub-quarterback George Izzo to loft long winning touchdown pass, streaking halfback Aubrey Lewis on opening play of the fourth quarter. So Pittsburgh was down but not gone. Panthers fought to Notre Dame 10-yard line, but the considerable deficiency and aerial game was evident in quarterback Ivan Thompson's 3 straight missed tosses, which ended threat. Notre Dame fullback Nick Petrosanti rushed 79 yards for 16 carries, while Pitt halfback Joe Sisley provided 97 yards on 17 carries on ground. Number 1, Oklahoma beat Colorado by a score of 14-13, despite suffering block conversion by Sooners guard Bill Christner. Buffaloes briefly led 13-7 in the fourth quarter on tailback defensive back Bob Stransky's 40-yard interception touchdown return and his 8-yard touchdown pass to blocking back Boyd Dollar. Indeed, fired up, Colorado was able to play most of the second half in enemy territory. Bison finished the game with 267 yards to 250 yards of offense, partly because of effective running by wingback Eddie Dove and tailback Stransky. And when Oklahoma got 8-yard touchdown run around left end from halfback Clendon Thomas at end of 53-yard counter march in fourth quarter, it allowed quarterback kicker Carl Dodd's conversion kick to serve as winning margin. So Colorado's annual scare of Oklahoma upset AP posters because Texas A&M 14-0 victors over Baylor overtook the Sooners for the #1 spot in the writers' poll on Monday. Kansas State defeated Iowa State 14-10 as Kansas State escaped frantic fourth quarter jostling that pended deep in their own territory by rapid penalties and shot punting by Iowa State punter Ron Fontana. Wildcats had taken advantage of their only 2 trips into Cyclones end by scoring touchdowns in first and third quarters. Iowa State halfback Jim Larry fumbled opening kickoff away to Kansas State tackle Gene Meyer at his 26-yard line. The Cats fullback Tony Tyrell lug ball on last 3 tries, 14 yards of 7-play push. K-State opened second half with 79-yard land march to halfback George Whitney's touchdown run. Tailback Dwight Nichols had 5 27-yard touchdown pass to end Brian Dennis on first play of the second quarter. But same combination lost another score when an eligible receiver was detected downfield later in the second quarter after Iowa State tackle kicker Lyle Carlson made field goal at end of the third quarter. Wildcats had to count on pressure punting by punter Tiro and halfback punter Ray Glaze to escape late Cyclones threats. Next, Arkansas. Arkansas beat Mississippi, the number 16 team in the country. Mississippi lost to Arkansas 12-6 as the Ole Miss rolled up 291 yards rushing, led by fullback Bill Herschel had 92 yards rushing on 20 carries. Rebels quarterback Ray Brown returned Polk's third straight quick kick, 15 yards to the 50-yard line. But Rebels went on to score on a Brown's 7-yard touchdown pass to end Larry Grantham late in the first quarter. Sub-quarterback punter George Walker's punt to 4-yard line in the second quarter gave Arkansas field position to take return punt 54 yards to tie it at 6-6 before the halftime. Walker faked to fullback on third down at own 48-yard line, pitched 35 yards to halfback Billy Kaiser to set up tying 8-yard touchdown run by Kaiser. Mississippi roared 80 yards at the second half kickoff, but on 4th and goal at 2-yard line, Brown was tossed for a 13-yard loss by Hogs defensive end Bob Childress. Fullback Gerald Nesbitt, who had 100 yards rushing on 13 carries, took over, gaining 7 yards on 2 cracks until going off right tackle on third down, springing along sideline, hemmed in at Ole Miss 25-yard line. Nesbitt flipped lateral to omnipresent Kaiser, who zipped to 3-yard line to complete 74-yard gain. Kaiser's second touchdown came on the 4th down pitch out that decided contest late in third quarter. So that's it right there. As Arkansas upset number 6 Mississippi 12-6. Next, Washington defeated Oregon State by a score of 19-6. As tailback Larry Sanchez whipped 34-yard touchdown pass to wingback Sterling Hammond, but Oregon State never was able to build on its 6-0 advantage earned late in the first quarter. Huskies quarterback Al Ferguson offered quick answer by completing 2 long passes to lead to his late run fake 22-yard touchdown pass to halfback Don Millick. So upset of Beavers was given full gas when sub halfback Dick Pacino capped 65-yard drive with 4-yard plunge to lift score to 12-6. Fullback linebacker Jimmy Jones of Washington burst for a 53-yard touchdown run in closing seconds of third quarter that upped count to 19-6 and donated 14 tackles to the Huskies' defensive effort. Oregon State was outgained 355 yards to 246 yards as it failed to move after falling behind. And last but not least, Stanford beat UCLA by a score of 20-6. This was an upset. UCLA was ranked number 15 in the country, so they got upset 20-6 as the vanquished Bruins coach Red Sanders offered that Stanford quarterback Jack Douglas with his rollout passing had given his UCLA team more trouble than graduated All-American passer John Brody, who now toiled for the San Francisco 49ers. So in this instance, Douglas and company delivered big win, little-known cards and Joe Rice, like Douglas hailing from L.A. Basin, nabbed both of little quarterbacks scoring throws, 37 yards in the third quarter to increase Stanford's lead to 14-6, and 2 yards in fourth quarter to lock it up. Not known for their defensive play, Indians had made big stop in early going after UCLA tackle punter Kurt Wilson stopped quick kick at 1-yard line. Stanford field goal Chuck Shea had 86 yards rushing on 21 carries, lost the fumble at 7-yard line. So the Indians permitted 2 yards in 3 runs and knocked down 4th down goal line pass for the Bruins star in Dick Wallen, who was blanked from receiving sheet. UCLA scored early in the third quarter after defensive tackle Bill Leaker recovered another fumble by Shea. A tailback Don Long flipped short pass to wingback Phil Harslow. Now that concludes a look at the week that was, week 6. The games that were played on October 26, 1957, and the game that was played on Thursday, October 24th, 1957. So this is week 6, the week that was October 26, 1957. So that concludes this the games that I recapped. Now let's look at the AP poll October 28th. Number 1 team in the country was Texas A&M. Number 2 team in the country was Oklahoma. Number 3 team in the country was Iowa. Number 4 was Auburn. Number 5 was Notre Dame. Number 6 Michigan State. Number 7 Duke. Number 8 Iowa State. Number 9 Army. Number 10 North Carolina State. Number 11 Arkansas. 12 Michigan. 13 Texas. Number 14 Mississippi. Number 14. Number 15 Oregon. Number 16 Navy. Number 17 Tennessee. Number 18 Colorado. Number 19 University of Florida. And number 20 University of Dartmouth. So that concludes a look at the games that were played during the week 6 for October 26, 1957, including the game that I talked about October 24th, 1957. Please like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you can to support this YouTube channel as well, especially this video. I do a video of this magnitude tomorrow about as we go into the month of November, week 7 of the college football season. So like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you can to support. Until then, talk to you tomorrow.